Hey folks, I'm CPC Gamer, and welcome to the stream! Welcome to Pikmin, apparently, says Empirical Woodland. That's like one of the two jokes my dad has concerning Pokemon. There's that one, and then the one about getting Pikachu on a bus. That's it. Which is unfortunate, because I do like some cracker jokes, sometimes. There's one of the video podcasts that I watched did a Christmas special recently. They opened with a bunch of cracker jokes. Loved them. They were all dreadful, and a lot of them were very niche, but at the same time, big fan. Highly recommended. So what are we doing today? Well, getting confused as to what day it is, because I streamed yesterday, and that it was a horror game, and we do horror games on Monday, so clearly it's Tuesday today. But here's Pokemon Colosseum. Being a bit loud, so let's do a bit of that. And, so no, actually, it is Wednesday. My dudes. There actually is that joke about a girl, let me Pikachu. But, you know, for some reason, my dad doesn't go for that one. What on earth was I doing? I remember what I was doing. We found our way into a secret underground base, and I was going to go and take that. And I believe it's on the world map. So let's go do that. Maybe it is in here. Oh, no, that's right. This is the entrance. It's been a week. Okay, and what a week it's been. My goodness, Christmas happened in between the last stream and this one. It was a very, very busy time. Oh, that's right. You go down here, and then that into the little complex over here. Well, yes, my last stream was yesterday, but my last stream of this was slightly longer. Can I... Oh, I can go down there. Okay. I know I keep bringing up the Final Fantasy VII comparisons, but tell me this isn't a Mako reactor. That is exactly what that is. If I had subbed in the Mako reactor music, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. With the possible exception of these Digimen running around. I'm fairly sure your last stream was a couple days ago, because I was there. Oh yeah, I had that guy on my team, because I didn't get the other one. It's all coming back to me now. Oh, that's right, and I put Toxic on Espeon, because hopefully that's going to do me well the next time I fight Mirror B. Oh, that stream doesn't count, because there's no record? Okay. Does that mean that, like, very little of my early catalog counts? Because, like, the first 2 or 3 streams I didn't back them up. That was a pretty impressive attack. Good job, Entei. I'm considering taking the EXP share off. Okay. Maybe I could go for Stantler. I would have preferred Roselia, but at the same time, I already have a grass type, and if I want to utilize that, maybe I should buff Jumpluff. Get them in my team. Dude, look at that sassy madam! Oh, look at that walk. So there is a streamer friend of mine who was doing a couple of Pokemon games, and they're taking a break currently, which is cool. And I was going to send him a Roselia because it fits his aesthetic like 3,000%. Didn't I have more? Oh, I did have more. There you go. Let's put you up there. Lemonade? Please. I don't know, I just figured he would really, really appreciate a sassy little dancer madam who happens to also be flowers. Especially given that Roselia evolves into, like, Zorro. And that's pretty cool. Don't do that. Let's actually switch you out for... I forgot I had Hitmontop in my team. Man, you forget who you're carrying around when you don't do like a pre-stream check and you just start playing and hope for the best. Well, that's actually fine, Entei, because now I can get some of that hyper gauge down. There you go. Do that, and then I'm going to maybe try and catch Standler. I'm so glad that missed, because I don't know how much damage this is going to do. Not much. That's fine. But, you know, the recoil from takedown would also do a fair amount of damage, and that's not what we want right about now. So, let's try it. Why not? Dragon Rage is set damage, but Dragon Breath is not. Because that's how you get that weird type damage inconsistency in Gen 1. Where there's Dragon type is always effective against Dragon type, but there's only one Dragon move that just does set damage. I mean, I personally do not have Rage. I ain't got time for that. And, like, that is an attitude that I try to live by day. Like, I'll get angry in the moment. Like, if I bash my toe or something, I'll get angry at that, but I don't... It immediately passes, and I don't hold on to that. Same sort of deal with... if something bad happens at work, or I am wronged in some way on the street. Like, yeah, one bad thing happened today, but... how many things happened today? Way more than just one. Standler, please. Kind of feel like this guy's just going to knock himself out at this point. And that's not what we want. It's got the little pouty face and everything. Oh, that's great. These guys are great. Well, let's try one of those. I did pick up a couple of Ultra Balls after the previous stream, which is unfortunate, because what I really wanted was some more TMs and HMs. Not HMs, they're not in this game. TMs, excuse me. Like, I'm relatively confident Ice Beam and Flamethrower are in the underground store. I just need an obscene amount of money to go buy it. Really now? maybe I'm a little panicky by this turn of events. I mean, if I miss out, it's not the end of the world, because... like, if I'm not fussy about catching a Suicune, I'm really not going to be fussy about catching a Stantler. I'm not 100%ing this. That's fine. It would just be cool to have it and to complete the set. And to be able to send it over to Fire Red. Nice. I meant to catch that 100% all the time. That's me. Full completion gamer, that's what they call me. Some call me Sillet Bang. Hey now, it's far too late to be complaining about not doing a 100% run. I'm not going back and replaying the entire game just to get Suicune. Thank you very much. I've got better things to do than that. Nah, helping people is my middle name. CPC helping people gamer. That's how that goes. That's a very Japanese line, isn't it? What is with this ridiculous power? I know I free and up top let you two through. Oh, I get it. I got it real good. Cool. I'm gonna head back up top and we're gonna re-heal again. And I'm gonna do that thing I said. Let's take that off. I got no room for it. Apparently there is a maximum item limit in this game. Well, there you go. The completer has been added to my title. I like it. It's definitely not... it's setting me up for disappointment when I do not complete things. Actually, no, to be fair, the only game that I haven't really completed on stream, I think, was Dragon Cafe. Because there was nothing to do. I didn't complete that game at all, because the ending's bugged. I believe I mentioned. You got all the tokens to get the train, and then the guy's just like, yep, you should get all the tokens. Anyway, I was rather upset. Right, what am I going to put away? Time flute, I think. I don't need that. Or the Macho Brace. These guys I can probably sell. Awakening I could probably sell, because in this game, you just yell at the Pokemon and they wake up. So that's going to go on the to-do list. Right, so let's try this again. Mischievous. Give me your spell tag. You give me the EXP share, and then you take the EXP share back. Get some levels on my little spooky boy over there, because Mischievous is pretty cool. Yeah, that'll do. This is one thing that's putting me off playing bunch of CPC games, which is still something I'm turning over. Because it's a case of you playing for 5-10 minutes and you go, there you go, you genuinely can't complete this game. Either because it's too hard or they just didn't program that in. Wild. It's over here. Ooh, stuff. You anything? No. Do you know, it's very rare that you see multiple items in a single treasure chest. Like, in any RPG, I can't really think of many games that do that. I want to say maybe Persona, one of them? I don't know. Can that thing really be called Octillery if it's only got 5 legs? You tell me! Game? I don't know. What a bizarre design. Kind of feel like that one should be the one that has to go first, because I don't quite know what Dunsparce is, or what it does, but I feel like of the two presented to me, that one is the least threatening. I mean, look at it. It's just a little yellow guy. Nice. Ooh. Don't know if anybody saw those funky, flashy rainbow eyes. Not a fan of that. Really, that thing has Intimidate? Okay. No, I mean, I suppose like, if you see a Black Widow spider, you're going to be intimidated by that. And that's particularly small. Pretty sure that is bug water? I can tell you that it knows Stun Spore, and that's a fun thing we're going to have to deal with. And this is in the era where Pokemon is still, like, somewhat challenging, and you're not going to see Pokemon unparalyze themselves or unburn themselves out of sheer determination to please you. Like, no, you gotta deal with this now. And deal with it we shall. I believe I have got Paralyze Heals. We'll be fine. I don't know why my voice is going today. My goodness me. So something I looked at after the last stream of this. I'm gonna tag you out. Something I looked at after the last stream was going back to Battle Square and maybe getting some levels up. Problem being, everyone there has leveled up kinda relative to me, but also I'm not getting nearly enough. That is a shadow Pokemon. That was a very, very dark shot. Well done. But no, I didn't get nearly enough EXP to justify actually going in there and particularly doing anything. I think that'll be a late game thing. Like when we get to final boss sort of territory, go and find some areas, grind out some levels, and continue getting good. How are you going to be intimidated by Hitmontop? That thing looks kinda silly. Let's do a bit of that. Let's not do some of that. It doesn't affect Dunsparce. Wild. That's a pretty good Ice Beam animation, I'm not gonna lie. I like it. Look at those little feeties. That's such a cute Pokemon. Look at it. And I think one of its hit animations, the little flaps over its eyes lift up, and you can see its little piggy eyes. Kind of cute. I think we are going to do Shadow Ball again. Again, not a great deal of damage, but enough to take it down a little bit and get it closer to a catch state. Maybe not if Piloswine is going to keep doing that. Okay, you try doing that. And then you can... You could be Altaria. Because you know you're a flying type. So Dig will always miss you. Look at that. Tactics. That's what that is. I don't much like Dunsparce. Just design-wise, not a fan. Although, I'll tell you what it reminds me of. Reminds me of... There is a... There's a game called Jade Cocoon. It's a monster capture and raise simulator. Really good. I'm gonna play it. And there is a... there's a family in that called Squamouaj. S-K-W-M-O-A-J. Squamouaj. And they are these little fat snake guys, and they look like Dunsparce. Or rather, Dunsparce looks like them. Because pretty sure Dunsparce came first. Jade Cocoon came first. That's no good. Let's just try catching Piloswine so I won't have to deal with it. And you... I think I'm just gonna have to unfreeze you. There we go. Better than being frozen in Final Fantasy IX. That's a fairly confusing status element, which might be why I don't believe it's shown up in anything else Final Fantasy-wise. Got to thinking about that game today. So wait until it's back on the ground! Cat 1! Gosh, you're silly. There is a... not really challenge, but effectively a challenge going around on Discord between some of my friends and I, and it's every day you post some piece of video game music with some kind of theme. And let's just use one of those to see if we can catch you. And every day has a different theme, so a piece of music that sounds like it is from a boss battle, or a piece of music that always gets you excited. And today's was a piece of music that makes you feel nostalgic, and I chose the world map music from Final Fantasy IX, because that... I described it as greeting an old friend. Nice. Or putting on a comfortable pair of shoes. That's how I describe playing Final Fantasy IX to me, because that game has a very special place for me in terms of... can't poison you, you're paralyzed. In terms of when it landed and how much I enjoyed it and what it makes me feel. And yeah, crossing those hills, just mwah, chef kiss. I love that piece of music so much. Oh, that's right. Mischievous was not KO'd. He only got close. That's right. That's right. You're a loser! Indeed you are. Let's go get our health back. And it's one of those things where I've kind of been looking at my copy of Final Fantasy IX, and I'm like, I shouldn't. But also I kind of want to play it. To be fair, there is also the HD version, which allows you to cheat. So that's an option. Right, what I'm going to do, I am going to save, because I caught a couple of extra Pokemon, and I would like that on my permanent record. Thank you very much. There we go. Ardent Slacker, hello. Good to have you here. Do come on in. Have a seat. Take a load off. How are you doing this fine day? And yeah, see, good shot with using my smart little penguin. She's a clever girl. Okay, Empirical Woodland, and Ardent Slacker, and Lurkers. Had a thought for additional emotes. And now that I've had this thought, I'm surprised I didn't have this thought sooner. Are you ready? What if we have an Angle and a Devil? That'd be great, I think. Little sweet innocent Adelie, and then she's throwing up the horns. That one. Ooh, dynamic camera angles. That reminds me of a documentary I watched when I did psychology in college. It was called Acute Face. Okay. Sneasel, another Pokemon. I don't quite know what it is, but I know I want to catch it. And the name of that documentary stems from... There's part of the documentary where the psychiatrist says to a woman that she has acute... I think it's acute schizophrenia. And she replies with, I have a cute face. And that's where that came from. And everyone in class thought that was really, really funny. But actually, it's like, oh yeah. It shows a degree of mental capacity you may not necessarily expect. That's not going to do a great deal of damage to Sneasel either, because I'm fairly sure it is typed in such a way that normal attacks don't really do so great against it. Let's find out! That's fine, I'm going to do that again. If I do go for an angel and a devil, I want you to know that I will absolutely misspell them. Do that again, and then I'll catch it. Nice! Like how the mortarboard one is spelled SMRT, because she's smart. It would definitely be Angle and Devil. Something to think about. Now, come on, we have discussed Adeli as a wrestler, and it was either Miss Luchador or the Macho Man. Big old cowboy hat and cyber shades. And then... hopefully the Pokeballs are still good at this point in the game, because I would hate to have bought them all, and then... the game's like, nah mate, you've been sold a bill of goods. I'll get them Great Balls, mate. I may have to go get those Great Balls, mate. We'll see. Maybe. I'm definitely going to use an Ultra Ball next turn. Hopefully catch that. Criddle? Yes, hello. I'm glad you've made it back home safely. Chat doesn't know this, but we went on Shopping Time Adventure Town with Criddle, and we bought food. Nothing exciting, just necessary things to live. Well, Mum's house. Well, that still counts. It is still a home. Nice. Sneasel is one of those ones that I always wanted to get good at using, but I was never entirely sure how, because I don't know what it is, or what it does. And it might be the case that when I go and re-up my team, I will be able to find out what he does, and purify him, and then there we go. Maybe Entei shouldn't be out right about now if this character has Surf, which is strong against him. Egg was also acquired. Amazing. We do all need eggs in this trying time. I put them in cooking. And Mum always complains that I will never eat egg, like, as a food stuff, but it... You know, give me cake or give me quiche. I'm all about some of that. And she's like, well, how does that make any sense, Andy? I don't know, Mum. I guess I don't make a lot of sense sometimes. See, look at that! Look at that smart move! See, I also bought a big stack of lemonade, which has unfortunately run out immediately. And I'm not keen on that. That was a pretty good strike, I'm not gonna lie. Good job, man. I feel like body slam wouldn't work if you're a Viper because there's no body, you're just all neck. I don't know. Just seems impractical to me. Let's actually focus on Corsola, because it's got Surf. And if I can just take down, or at least lose health from one party member at a time, not two, that... See, this is why I didn't want to have a Pokemon capable of using Surf on the field. Though if we're doing that, I kind of feel like I should maybe swap out Altaria and put in... Stupid Sexy for Alligator, because he's got Surf. He knows what's up. I am human-shaped. There's a definite neck here, which if I had a webcam, I'd show it off a little bit. Just so many vampires in the audience, just get them going. But I mean, to my knowledge, there are no vampires in chat currently. All right, Hitmontop, more of that, please and thank you. Man, there's a part in Detective Pikachu where the soundtrack is done by a bunch of Loudreds. Like, they just start beatboxing and then producing their own dubstep. And it's absolutely ridiculous. But I love it. There are a lot of really good points in that silly little movie. Yes! Look at that, look at me using the tactics and working out the things. I vaguely know what I'm doing. Oh, that's right. Mischievous has EXP share. So she's getting like 75% of what was there, not 50. I thought, like, oh yeah, that's how underleveled Mischievous is. Just getting super KO'd right out the gate. Is this an elevator? No, that's just a support column. Okay, well, that's fine. More steps means more purification. Pretty sure this is in no way a viable means of purifying your Pokemon, because realistically, if it was, you could just stand in the center and rotate, and that would just be done in no time at all, and I'm not about that. Game will not allow it. More calories burnt, yes, but the purification sensor does not allow it. It just doesn't work like that. Right, who is in my team? I don't want to necessarily get rid of any of these guys, because, like, Altaria is going to be pretty strong if we can get some better attacks on it. And Hitmontop is definitely going to be worth unlocking. But at the same time, for Alligator, is, like, it's ready to go. You go there, because you are probably the closest to being done. Oh no, the box has been arranged upside down again! I need to learn to just live with that. Right, so what are you? Ice and Dark. Cannot flinch. That is fine. Also, hello, Alana Ray. Good to have you. How are we doing today? Aside from slicing watermelons. A delicious snack. Highly recommended. You've got an order of errands that will get you back and not needing to go anywhere for days. That sounds absolutely fantastic, especially in the time void after Christmas. So, yes, actually. That's fantastic. Enjoy your day. Enjoy doing that. And we will see each other soon, so take care. Anyway, let's go into Station. Before that horrible boy can meddle anymore, I'll link up with Ein at the Shadow Pokemon Lab. Eek! Oh, why did you have to chase me here? It's so unfair. This isn't good. I can't lead them to the lab. I bet it's through that door. I bet you it's through that door! So I'm going to explore. You're watching some Hunter x Hunter, playing some Skyrim. Cool. One of my American friend groups was watching Hunter x Hunter. That's their current, like, go-to show of choice for movie night. I haven't been able to make it because I live in England and I'm on a wildly different time zone. But I hear very good things about it. So I hope you're enjoying that. And Skyrim. Everyone loves Skyrim. And how am I doing? I'm doing okay. I am, again, continually lost in the time vortex between Christmas and New Year. But also, I think most people are. That's just how it goes. And I'm... Oh, hello. Guess I need a key. It's the worst stage from GoldenEye. I hated that stupid train. Oh, you're so easy to dupe. See, the key for the shadow liner is right here. You didn't think I would really let you take our train? Ah, bye-bye. And this time, I mean it. Don't you dare forget about me. Oh, that should be a good song. Someone should write that. No, I didn't like Train was arguably the worst one. That one and Bunker. I refuse to believe that she's just dropped the key. Although, to be fair, I might just be having bad memories of Bunker either from death matches. That is the key. Alright. Either from death matches in that level, or from trying to get the... whatever the cheat was in that stage. I forget what it was, but I remember grinding it out and essentially having to speedrun the level in order to get something that I probably never ever used. What is this? SimCity 2000 jam. Oh, I like this. Alright, that's going to be my way back out. Excuse me. Hi, I'm the new guy. It's my first day. Can I come past, please? I got some important work with Dr. Doc. Yo, how's it going? Just getting off shift? Hey, wasn't the Lady Venus supposed to be coming today? I've seen your faces somewhere. Oh, that's it, the blacklist! Your bum face and Andrew's face. How did you get down here? Oh, this won't do. We can't let these two get into the Shadow Pokemon Lab. Okay! I can't say I was expecting that. I liked Surface. Surface was a fun one, because you had to get real good at, that's going to be useful in the Under. Presumably that's going to be up. Now, because with Surface, you had to get good at banking the grenade halfway across the map and landing it on the grate. And that was how you got out quickly. Ha! Take that and weep. You'll never be able to chase us now. Ha ha! Don't you think that was overdoing things a little? It's too late now. Come on, let's skedaddle. And I feel like Statue wasn't great, by and large, because there was a lot of waiting around. Like, you had to go find Robbie Coltrane in the little crate over there, and he always took his time speaking to you. And then if anything bad happens, you have to go find that and listen to him again. Have I come all the way down here just to turn around and go right back out again? I do believe I have. Also, Jungle. I didn't like Jungle. Possibly because there wasn't a great deal in the way of music in that stage, and it was just a lot of open, samey, go-nowhere spaces. Please. Yeah, I went up there. Okay. And then the best one was Facility, because of the music and the general level layout. Especially in deathmatch mode. And that's why they put it back in Perfect Dark under a different name. And they also released it for Time Splitters. There was one of the Time Splitters games had a level designer. And one of the PlayStation magazines I got their Christmas present was On the demo disc, they had a load of like downloadable Time Splitters 2 and 3 maps, including Facility. I'm like, ah, yeah, is the best one. So, next step, I'm going to go to the shop, sell off some of those things I said I was going to sell off. And then we tinker around with the UFO. Send it up. And I'm fairly sure I know where that other key goes. That's going to be for the, like, laser fence area that I found. So, we don't need those. It would be super cool to, like, have and use these, but that's not really how that goes in this game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of that, and I'm going somewhere with this. Alright, see? 22,000 Pokemon dollars will let us buy some TMs down here. It would be nice if it told us what these were, but that's fine. Where that one I think is going to be Hyper Beam. That one is Secret Power. Vicious Snow and Wind Attack that may freeze the foe. Is that one going to be Blizzard? I guess we'll find out. And then you, I believe, are going to be Thunderbolt. Well, what if I was buying Tim Tams? Does that count? I know of a shop where you can do that, and by golly, they're expensive for what are essentially just penguins. You just go buy penguins. It's a lot easier. I thought we were going to go through that then. My goodness. Huh. I wonder if they're consumable items. Or if they only work in a particular place. I should find out. Bit of CPC gamer history. Which is related to something we've just seen. Guess which part of it? One of my uncles, or great uncles, it's somewhere on my family tree. One of my family was responsible for building Spitfires. Specifically, he was the machine gun timer. And he was the guy who had to, like, build and tweak the mechanism so that it shot through the propeller blades. That was his job. That's so cool. To me. Let us withdraw the time. Why are there 3 counters on this? Am I going to get 100 time flutes? Game, what are you doing? Let us bring you and one of you. I am going somewhere with this. Don't you worry. Hey now, I didn't say he invented the idea of shooting through the propeller blades. It was just his job to time it. Can I just use that? This item can't be used now. I'll bet you what I need to do is go over to that shrine. So let's go do that. Oh wait, there's a character in the Power Stone series called Fokker in Japan, and he's called Falcon everywhere else. Because Japan knows. They know. And I believe that is one reason he's never shown up in anything ever again. Except like once as a background character in CBS 2. He was hanging out with Leona. Which, honestly, yeah, that's a good pairing. Right. Can I use this thing now? Ahaha! I can! Right. Sneasel. Let's see what this does to you. Nope. Can't say that's a melody that I... Oh, it's Space Onion! I'm sorry, is that just a... That's just a free heal! Okay. We're gonna have to get rid of Screech, but I can absolutely add you to the team. Just like Saved by the Bell would have done. Well, I don't think that using that technology counts as ripping somebody off, does it? Like, I'm not ripping off the inventor of the calculator when I use one. It's just a device that is there to be used. Who else are we going to free up? Let's go with you goofy tree. Ah, quick draw! Here I am. Thank you very much for 100 bits. I know that I have done this, but can we shout out Quick Draw? Because this guy's great. Very chill stream. Very friendly guy. Able to put up with a lot of abuse from chat, I'll be honest with you. I don't know how he does it. Because I'd have a bit of trouble. But he's always good about it. I mean, I try to be nice. But, yeah. What do you mean I can't use that now? I've literally just done that. Also, he's been playing RimWorld lately, which... he's doing pretty well with that. Kind of interesting to see the story unfold, because... like, it's a procedurally generated game, so there is no story as such in RimWorld beyond you are stranded, you need to leave. So you just kind of make up your own stories based on what happens in terms of the characters you find and meet, and... yeah, man, absolutely worth checking that guy out and playing that game. Oh, Wales is also here. Hi. How you doing? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the glitter. Very much appreciate getting glitter all up in my channel. Well, those guys, well, time flutes, they were definitely worth using. And now, let's put you back on my team. Like, again, I love you, you little funky tree, but also, get out of here. Who else do I want to put on my team? Yeah, like that, because then we'll just free up Entei and then get him on top back. RimWorld is also one of the most heavily modded games I have ever seen. Like, ever. People have gone crazy with the things you can do in there. And there's a lot of wild stuff that you can do in that. I'm not entirely sure why, but people have modded that in there. Right, can I just... Can I just do that and use the front door key? Yes, we can! Alright. Can I get this, please? There we go. Kinda like that there's no... Get out of here with that! How did I miss that? I like that there's no music here. It's very ominous. Excuse me while I just go around the block and go get that mystery item. Three revives. Excellent. Although I can't help but think that's the game's way of going... This is a boss fountain. Of some description. Because... That's what that reminds me of. And then this bit, we have to go and find the soldier uniforms and sneak around and change the trajectory of the missiles so they don't hit Trabia. Or do I? Balam. Balam is the place where you have to avoid hitting with the missiles in Final Fantasy VIII. My reference is ruined. What a sensible place to have put that button. Oh, what a save state. See, they knew. The designers knew. Balam is also Home Garden. I feel like Trabia Garden's got the best music, which... Because it kind of makes me sad. There you go, see? Ooh. Very useful. That, I'm saving those towards the end of the game. Anything else? Nothing over here. Okay. Okay, that's not quite what I was expecting to be in those TMs, but that's fine. Who can learn that? Nobody. Really? Mischievous can learn that. Okay. Something to think about. And... See, I might have to put it on Sneasel, even though it knows Icy Wind, so surely we can give it something else. The agony of choice. This is discrimination. Why do they single me out for these extra assignments? There's still packing left for the move out of this lab. Who are you? You're suspicious. Therefore, you must be intruders. That is one way to look at that. I definitely should have used a more nerdy voice for someone named Myron. And then that one. So yeah, quick, no Wales. How have we been doing today? How is everything going? I hope we're doing well. Empirical Woodland has just linked me to a picture going, oh, is this Warhammer or is it Overwatch? I saw that picture, and literally my comment was, the Emperor protects. So there's your answer. It's Miss Ukraine at the Miss Universe contest, and she's there, just these like big metallic wings with a big old sword. And yeah, my initial thought was like, that's gotta be the Imperium of Man right there. Forced to call the doctor. I feel this pain. I hate it. But what did I do to deserve this? You attacked us first, sir. You forced my hand. Oh, hello. Oh, that's the card key. Now we can get into the lab. Indeed we can. Let's keep faffing around down here, though. Oh, this is just the other side of where we were. And it's aesthetic. Look at this. There's some cyberpunk right here. I'm kind of with you. Oh, Wales, I'm not a fan of making phone calls to places, even though, typically, it is my job to man the phones at work. Is it that one? Yes, it is. Okay, I thought that would be the front door key. Also, I like these little hexagonal chairs. That is a cool idea. And it's weird as well, because the people who have spoken to me are like, yeah, you have a great manner on the telephone. You should definitely do that. And people say that whenever I do Tannoy announcements as well. You should... Have you considered doing that professionally? I've been asked. Probably the most niche one. Somebody says, have you considered dressage? You could announce dressage. I'm like, okay. Doing good myself. I remember you saying that while you specialize in pastry sweets, you're an all-rounded chef. Did you go to school for that? Sorry if that's a double message. Your previous message did not go through, so don't worry about that. And no, I have not been to school for cooking or anything like that, beyond the basic stuff that you get between the ages of 11 and 16 in high school. Basically what I know is just from doing it a lot off my own back. And very quickly discovering, hey, do you know what? This is something I really, really enjoy doing. So maybe I'm just going to keep doing that. Espeon can't really do anything in this fight. Yeah, you do that against Electrike. That's fine. It's one of those unfortunate things where I was going to, because I did show an aptitude for it in high school, and the intention was for me to go to a high school that had a specialist food tech department, and my parents were very much, that's for girls. So I went to the agricultural school instead. And learned nothing. Just kind of ignoring Magnemite, hoping it goes away. It'll be fine. Although, actually, since we're talking about cooking, and I know Quick, you'll like this one because you're the cookie fiend. One of my Christmas presents, specifically the Christmas present that I went and I made for my aunt and uncle. Christmas morning, I baked up a batch of red velvet style cookies, but they had like raspberry chunks in them and white choc chip because they like raspberry and white chocolate. And yes, I just put all those together. Freshly baked, big, thick, juicy cookies, and they loved it. That was their present from me. Big fans. And my uncle's like, I don't have to share these, do I? No, you don't. Amazing! And I gave it to him in a tub, because you have to put stuff in a tub if you give someone a tub. Kind of an ongoing game with one of my shift leads at work. She borrowed a tub of mine and returned it with breakfast in it. So I gave it back to her with cookies in it, and it just sort of goes back and forth. Confuse Ray, that sounds like a good plan. And, oh, Feint Attack! That is definitely something I want. Feint Attack? Wait, no, I'm thinking of False Swipe. Disregard, Feint Attack always hits. False Swipe cannot KO an enemy. I was thinking that'd be very useful for snagging enemy Pokemon. But nah, I don't have that right now. It's fine. Do it anyway. Oh yeah, Red Velvet. Like I say, big chewy cookies. Especially if they've got chocolate chips and the crunchy bits inside it. Fantastic choice, I reckon. Although, to be fair, again, you'll know this, it's hard to go wrong with cookies. They're basically all good. You two, if you don't vacate the premises, Master Ein will do terrible things to you. Is it threatening me with a good time there, I guess. Well, I don't have that key, but what I do have, I think, is, yeah, one of you. Can I tinker around with any of these? I guess not. Alright. Let's... Oh, hey! Like, oh, hey! Kind of implies that we caught him by surprise. He was just hanging out in the ceiling. Alright. Yeah, see, cast form was that one I was talking about in the other stream. The changes with the weather. Oh, and I can't catch it. But I'll definitely give it a shot to try and catch that monkey. That guy's kind of cool. Do that, because I think cast form is straight normal type. So we'll just see how that goes. Although, actually, talking about cookies, I may have to disagree with something you said on stream, quick. Because you were talking about Vienna fingers being the best kind. They're up there, kind of top tier. There is an English company, Marks and Spencer. They do these, like, half and half. And it's half, like, shortbread like on a Vienna finger, and the other half is dipped in chocolate. They're great. I would place them as my top tier. And I think only maybe Empirical Woodland present will be like, yes, actually. Marks and Spencer blank tends to be a cut above the rest, like their Percy Pigs. Yes. Empirical Woodland wasn't paying attention. Disappointed. I was hyping up the shortbread chocolate biscuits that M&S have, and I'm saying they are probably the best cookies. Or hobnobs. Hobnobs are also pretty top tier, if you ask me. Do I have any other potions? I do! And then you can do Swift, which will only do chip damage to IPOM, and then hopefully that will make it easier to catch. And I see Keebler Fudge Stripes I haven't had. Or if I have, it's not been by that name. Because Keebler isn't really... At least that name isn't really prevalent in England. Oh yeah, it's raining. That's probably why Surf is doing such a good job. I too am not paying attention. Now, I'll tell you what is nice in terms of, like, international cookies that we don't have in England. And that is Samoas that the Girl Scouts do. Because I have had... Oh, please don't get KO'd. That's fine. I've had most, if not all, of the types of Girl Scout cookies that they have, and of them, Samoa's is the best one, to the point that I learned to make them myself, because that's a lot easier than waiting for cookie season and paying to import them. There's those ones, and I don't know what they're called, but like the lemon round ones, they're great. Of those. Oh, and the mint ones. I'm told that if you freeze the mint ones, like actually freeze the mint ones, they're a lot better than just room temperature. And I don't know that I'd go for that, but I can see the logic. I didn't know that tickle was a move in Pokemon. That's... Do not tickle me. Like, actually. That is... I mentioned earlier, don't get angry. Generally, don't visit violence upon people. If you tickle me, that is a different story. You had it coming. Got that whole song and dance routine from Chicago ready to go. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble just with this little monkey fella. Oh, that's fine! He's still alright. I can still catch him. When that guy gets purified, I'm gonna call him Carl. I say when I catch that guy. I may mean if I catch that guy. Is it because... It's not because I sound like tickle-me-elmo. Thank you very much. I wouldn't even know what that sounded like, actually. It is a wildly unpleasant sensation being tickled. Carl, what are you doing, Carl? Play a record. Oh, no. Well, that's fine. No monkey fella for me. And Frolic is there just like, yes, give me all of this EXP. That was actually a pretty solid round. And now we've only got Fur to deal with, which... The rain has stopped. Surf won't work quite as well. Do you know what? I'm kind of glad that I have decided not to stress about catching every Pokemon in this game. To just chill out and enjoy it. Because it's coming back to me as I play this, how heartbroken I was as a teenager coming to realize, ah, damn it, I've got to reset this game, haven't I? And I've got to go all the way down there and fight that guy just to get a Pokemon I'm never going to use. On Empirical Woodland, I would say you're feeling kind and generous and handsome. And you're just going to leave it be, whatever it is. Definitely that one, not the other things. Besides, we've already edited my title today. And I'm telling you, it's too long. It's going to get caught by autofilters in certain people's channels. Like, if Quick's messages are getting cut off and he's subscribed, how's a bunch of raiders gonna do? How my team doing? How are you doing? Fine. Yeah, I'm gonna say don't add that to the title, especially since I don't. And that is what we had established. Besides, you've heard me laughing. We just need something really immature to happen, or something to spin, and then that's what gets me laughing. Case in point. I was explaining to someone how kind of want to play Colosseum, because Colosseum's great. But then it would just be an endless stream of me giggling, because anytime Coyote Smith gets his critical kill, his quote makes me laugh, and every time. And that would just be me. Implying that I am any good at that game, but, you know. Oh, dang, that Zarkrai is a clever man. Hey now, you're not supposed to be in the lab without your lab coat. Wait a minute, your face is unfamiliar. Intruders? It's Odlo! We found him! Shouldn't you be in black and yellow? So hi, fun times. I've got nothing that will do particular damage to Magnemite and Magneton. So, screw it, Shadow Rush. I don't even think a Toxic will work, will it? So, Sneasel. Let's see what you can do. I don't even remember why we've been talking about eating cheese. Just that we should, and you should do it. Cheese is great. Sneasel also has nothing that will do a great deal of damage. All I can do is, like, guarantee a hit. Oh, now, do you know what I should have done? I should have brought out Hitmontop. Because that guy, at least eventually, can learn some fighting moves. And fight does really, really well against... Yeah, Steel existed at this point. Steel was Gen 2. Yeah, look at that gauge go down. That is absolutely what we want. Just more about the inner thoughts and voices in our heads. That's fair. That is fair. Eat more cheese is a pretty good piece of internal dialogue, as we say. I believe, and don't quote me on this one because I'm likely to get it wrong, that humans aren't supposed to be as fond of milk and dairy-based products as we are. We've just evolved to do that because we like it so much. And this is where we get lactose intolerance. That is the default state. We've just sort of bred it out of ourselves to some extent. Alright, Electrode, I can definitely deal with. Because it's just gonna blow itself up. Problem solved, I guess. Oh, but that does hit everyone. Good to know. Not very effective, but it still worked. I think I might take the EXP share off Misdreavus. You're far too late. There's nothing left here. Yeah, I was gonna do one of those. And rather than going all the way back, let's just use some of these potions and stuff that we've been given. Can't do that with Entei. Okay, let's make a point to do that in combat. There's an episode of Star Trek where that's a recurring line towards the end. So, you're bumface, aren't you? The word is, you've been wreaking havoc with our plans. Oh, we just walked straight into this guy's trap. Okay. Yeah, Star Trek episode where, like, they start suspecting that things are wrong and they start questioning Worf, like, hey, where did you get injured? In combat. Yeah, like, what battle? Where? How? In combat. And I don't... Just the way that Michael Dorn delivers that line is... Yes. That's a good... Oh, what do you mean I can't do it this turn? Okay, fine. Oh, no. Oh, Electro's gonna self-destruct. Okay, it's not. Phew. A little worried about that one, I was gonna be honest with you. Also, I like how I say I should probably go and put Hitmontop in my team, and then I don't do it. I have brought this upon myself. I'm also starting to think maybe I should tag out Mischievous. You look weird with the cartoon bug eyes, don't do that. Like, Mischievous is pretty good Pokemon, it's one of my favorites. Look at how cute this goofy little guy is. But not really hitting particularly hard. Do you have anything that will do well against these lads? You don't. So... yeah, I'm definitely thinking I need to reorganize my team a little bit. I know one thing we can do. What we can do is we can pick up Entei, because he's got Shadow Rush, which will completely ignore type advantages or disadvantages, so we can get some DPS out of that. And Mr. was just going VoIP out of reality allows us to do some of that. There you go. What does Secret Power do? Hopefully we can get a decent type advantage out of that. I'm going to say no. No. Okay. But I will definitely take confused damage, because that is what I like to see. Not great, but this will work out in the long run. So here's something I don't get, is if Confuse Ray can work, why doesn't Psychic work? Like, I know Espeon has Psychic, or Psychic attacks, but yeah, they don't work on Magnemite and Magneton specifically. It's like pretty sure they miss Staryu and Starmie as well. Still, this will be fine. I am perfectly happy with the manner in which the events are unfolding. Alright, we're gonna get another attack. Probably before or during the next fight. And that's what I like to see. It's always good to be making that progress. You know, I wouldn't have minded adding a Magneton into my team in Fire Red. I'm glad that I got Electabuzz. Craftwork was great. The shadow Pokemon that were made here have been transported out already. Battle all you want. There's no stopping our shadow Pokemon plan now. Well, I'm going to steal that. And there you go. That will allow me to progress a little bit. But yeah, I just kind of like Magneton because it's just a weird little guy. What are you? I don't know. A circle with a bunch of magnets. Amazing. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's not actually in this building, it's in the next one over. Yes, it is. Let's go swap out Mischievous, because fun though she is, she's not doing me a great deal of good. And let's do... Actually, yeah, let's put him on top back in, because basically the reasons that I said. Get those fighting attacks. See how well they do. And heal up a little bit. There we go. Again, this is one of the reasons why I didn't do a Nuzlocke run, because I'm a big fan of healing. I don't know, it's almost like that's my job when I play multiplayer games. You're not supposed to be in here. So that's how small Houndour is? I had always imagined it being quite a ways bigger than that. Like, it would at least come up to your hip. Anyways, for Alligator, go out there, do something cool. Of course it's not very effective. Houndour is Dark-type, Andy. You know this. I know it now, having been told that by the game. I was thinking, do I want to do that with Carvanha? And no, I don't, because Carvanha probably has rough skin, which will cause damage in addition to taking recoil damage from Shadow Rush. So let's not do that. Hey, speaking of, it's your boy! In and out, just like that. Good job, Nuzleaf. You are quite a champ. Can I steal you? I'm stealing that. If I can. I hope I am able to do so. And you know what we're gonna call it? We're gonna call it Beep. Just the little crow guy who I don't believe evolves in this one. Use that, actually. In a subsequent generation, I forget which one, Murkrow evolves into Honchkrow, and it's got like this big cavalier hat and big fancy puffed up like a dandy shirt on. It's fantastic and I love it. We need to do something to fix that. You surf. Do you know what? It's raining, so it will do additional damage. But I think I'm significantly under-leveled enough. Oh, it's just gonna miss anyway. That's fine. Yeah, there we go. That'll be fine. So now Murkrow will use Fly, we can use Shadow Rush, and hopefully make steps towards catching it. Or maybe not. Maybe the game is just going to troll me a lot. I know what I can do. And what I can do is I can send out Sneasel, who has Fury Swipes, which is several weak attacks, one after the other. And that's how you do that. I guess the problem is going to be getting an attack out in time, because Murkrow seems to be faster than everything I've got, except for Entei, who is refusing to listen. Yeah, look at that. Good combo. Oh, you got your move back. What did you get back? Fire Blast. That's a good move. Leer is perhaps not a move that I'm going to want to use if I'm trying to get some damage off with Fury Swipes. Let's see how we do, I guess. Fantastic. More Shadow Pokemon. This can only go well. And here we are with the same problem again. I can't really get any hits in. I wonder if I can catch a Pokemon while it's in the air. I'm going to say no, because I don't think you can do that with, like, wild Pokemon. Can I catch you now? I'm going to say no, because his health's green. But it's worth a shot! Worst the game will do is say no. And make me feel like I didn't even waste money, because I found these. So that's good. Nice. You might be young, but you know what you're doing. Yeah, just about. It has been known. And what I'm doing is leaving. Gonna go restock. So something I feel doesn't really help the game any is that there's no easy way to get to a store and Pokemon Center together. Maybe Mount Battle has it, actually? I'm going to check that before I go back to the lab. I'm fairly sure they're next to each other. But otherwise, it's situations like this, where you've got to just trek back to the underground, and then trek back to the shop with the UFO, and away you go. Actually, how much money do I have? I have that much. I can go and buy a lot. Still wondering what that is on the left. I want it. I feel like there has to be a cheaper option than that. Definitely a cheaper option than going and buying things one at a time from the vending machine up over there. Although you can do that. Super Spyro, hello. Good to have you here. How's it going? I am too busy talking to a new chat member. I forgot to use the UFO desk. What controller am I using? I am using a good old-fashioned GameCube controller. Because this is being played on the original hardware. Because I own a copy of the game, and it's easier to do it that way. Necromancer is also here. Hello. Good to have you here, too. How's everybody doing today? To bring you up to speed, we We are exploring the Shadow Pokemon Lab. And we're talking about cookies. If you have a favorite cookie, please feel free to weigh in. Battle, that's what I was going to try. So, okay. Originally, I was playing on GameCube. But my GameCube is dying, and video out just keeps cutting. It's not great. Abra, what are you doing there? I don't know. Okay, that's not a shop at all. Good to know. No shop here. Good to know. So yeah, my GameCube, kind of dead. So, the first, I think, 10-15 minutes of my first Pokemon Colosseum stream was still like this, me talking into the microphone, but like, me personally, I was on the floor rewiring things, hastily getting this to work. Which is my own fault for not checking sooner. And I have no excuse. And let me tell you how grateful I am for removable save media. Like the idea that I could just take the memory card away from my GameCube and put it into this console. But yeah, as Nekomancer points out, the Wii can natively play GameCube games because it is essentially just a GameCube in a fancy box. In turn, with a little bit of tinkering, the Wii U can play GameCube games as well, because that's just the Wii in a fancy box. You gotta cheat to do that though, so don't do that. But yeah, no, it is a shame about that GameCube, because it has served me well. It got me through the first half of Crystal Chronicles. Before that relationship ended, the whole thing fell apart. And just so much Melee. You don't know how much Melee I played. Maybe you do. I think everybody played a lot of Melee. I should send out for Alligator, because that has, it's got Surf, and I'll do really well against Puppeteer. Which I suppose should be Pupitar, because it's based on, like, pupa. Well, yes, to be fair, you have to tinker around a bit to get the Wii U to use GameCube inputs. That's why that, in fact, is why they had the little, the converter to use the GameCube controller in Smash 4. Because I kind of feel like Smash was designed to, like, perfected to be used with the GameCube controller, so that's why you can still use it in basically every subsequent version of that game. Not you, 3DS. Still counts. I'm just gonna talk over throwing that on the floor, that's fine. See, I've only ever seen two varieties of the Wii. I've seen, like, your standard the Wii as a console, but then I've also seen those weird red ones, which I think were top loaders. Because the shop I used to work in sold those. They were like one of the Mario anniversary ones, I do believe. Errand success, Ardent Slacker, good to hear it. Nightmare slain. That is what we like to hear. Yeah, actually, do that again. Wii Mini, it is called. Okay. For some reason, no, I don't know about that one. I've never heard of it. Unless that's the Mario one, because I remember those being... I say red, more of a burgundy. Oh, I hope this works. Yes. Yes. Fortress is cool. I can't imagine I'm going to use it. It's just good to have it. I want to say that the Wii also came in turquoise at some point. I've largely erased what that console did from memory. Wii Mini also didn't have an SD card slot, kind of trash, especially considering the Wii was kind of cheap and the Mini came out pretty late in its cycle. Yeah, I seem to recall that that was the appeal of the Wii in that generation of consoles. It was cheaper than the others. So you get that one, and you do a bit of the casual gaming. You play golf and tennis. And eventually Smash will come out for it. Where's my thing? There's my thing. That will be fine. Right, I am fairly lost. Don't know if I wanted to go down. So let's hopefully go back up. Because there was that guy up there in that little lab-looking area. So let's go take a look at that. And the thing is as well, talking about how well the Wii did, I've been hired to tend to the Pokemon, so that's what I've been doing this whole time. Will you folks want a Pokemon too? Yes, please! Ah, is that so? It's a shame, but they're all gone. They've all been taken away somewhere, every last one. I'm so glad I came up here to get teased by a farmer. The story of my life! The Wii still kind of has a following, I guess, because a couple of times when we have done some charity fundraising, or just fun days in general, my dad and I, will set up the Wii and we'll do the 100-pin bowling. Set up on a big, usually projected on the wall. And everyone's like, oh yeah, whatever, it's the Wii. But then they kind of go crazy for 100-pin bowling. Oh, I can get a spinner rack! Okay! Let's try to take advantage of that. Let's get rid of Espeon, I do believe, because... And... Sneasel. Because if Spinarak, Ariados has bug moves, that'll do well against Espeon. do another one of those. I'll be fine. I mean, I know that it was good for... Like, the Wii was an indie darling. And the Switch has continued on with that, because it's a really good platform for indie developers, actually. I don't know so much about what the modding community is doing with it. I mean, the only ones I am aware of are... You know, the ones you would expect to, like, remove region lock, for example. One of my favorite region lock stories. The Super Robot Wars series. Very, very hard to license outside of Japan, because it's a mashup of all this, like, giant mech anime. And it's hard enough to get licenses together in Japan, forget anywhere else. So what the company do is they go, oh no! We accidentally released it in English and a region free on this Taiwanese website. Don't order it, because you could hypothetically play it if you did that. And then they just sort of sit back and just print money. It's like, they know. They know people want to play Super Robot Wars. They also know that it's not at all easy to do that. I'm going to swap out Entei because that ground attack will definitely hurt him and do significant damage. So let's not do that. Secret power should be okay, and then we'll catch Spider. So I heard, and I'm prepared to be proven wrong about this one if I am, I heard that day one you could natively unlock the Wii, like, dev console, effectively, by naming your horse F in Twilight Princess. Like, the story as was put to me was if you filled up every letter in your horse's name in Twilight Princess, it would cause some sort of overflow into the code of the game, and as a precautionary measure, the Wii would just unlock everything. And I don't know how much I believe that, because I also know that somebody tried doing that. There's a story about a Hannah Montana game that can do that to your Wii, but that was just a fabrication, just to... That was japes, is what that one was. And to this day, that Hannah Montana game is one of the most expensive Wii titles. For that reason. Could I not have stolen Grovyle? That would have been a much cooler Pokemon to have stolen from this guy. Oh well. Yeah, do that. I'll agree with you, though. It is, like, really, really interesting to see what modders and the like do with their consoles. Like, I've seen a PS2 that has essentially a basic operating system where you can, and home, welcome home, Criddle. It is good to have you back. I'll come pest you after we're done catching Pokemons. Well, we say that, how easy it is to hack consoles. There was, I want to say it was the original Series Xbox One, where the the troll joke was to input this button command, which would effectively lock it into turning itself off and on again forever. And you didn't even need to hack the console to do that. That was just a button command of some sort. And that was ridiculous. Why was that an option? Oh, Wales has redeemed show and tell. And you have until the end of this fight to work out, did CPC Gamer take pictures for show and tell this stream? Did I? Because I'm gonna find out. Oh, I'm gonna throw my controller on the floor in anger. Catastrophically strong. Let's do a prediction, says Empirical Woodland. Okay. Give it just like 2 or 3 minutes, and I will go and heal up. And while we're doing that, we'll take that prediction. Did CPC Gamer take pictures for show and tell today? Because, got caught out last time. Oh, Wales thinks I did, but don't remember that. It's entirely possible. So actually, I'll tell you a little bit about... Oh, there we go. The predictions are up. Did CPC Gamer set up photos for show and tell? 2 minutes, go. And in the meantime, I'm going to go and save over here, and then go buy some Pokeballs. So the way that I do show and tell is I take a picture during the day, and then I save it in my stream files as showtell.png, and resize it if I need to, and then turn off that layer and forget about it. And then when it comes time for show and tell, I turn that layer back on again, and I go, oh yes, this is such and such. And the last time we did this, I kind of forgot to take a new picture. And I showed off a picture that we had seen before when I tried to scramble for one, which was that squirrel eating toast. And then as a replacement, we got the cookies that I made for Valentine's Day. And did I do it this time? I don't know. That's what we're going to find out. Necromancer asks, how was everybody's Christmas? How was everybody's Christmas? I had a pretty good time. Tiny Child liked the things that I got for her. And, oh, snap! I forgot that these guys were down here. I'm still going to do some of that. There you go, 10 Ultra Balls. Fantastic. I'm also going to go and buy some potions, I do believe. Alright, what are the prediction results? So yeah, while we're doing that, Tiny Child kind of liked what she got. She liked the toys more than the practical stuff, which is fair, because she is a tiny child, and that's what kids like. But, like, we're still gonna work with her on the practical stuff, and we're going to learn all that sort of stuff when we get to it. Oh, I can just buy 3 of those. Well. Well, that's fine. Also, yeah, Empirical Woodland, I saw that. I hope your partner is recovering and getting over that. Okay, it's O-Whales versus Necromancer for the prediction. So let's travel to Shadow Labs and see what we've got. Because O-Whales has redeemed Show and Tell. Did CPC Gamer remember to do it this time? Well, we're off to a good start. Because here's nothing, so I turned some layers off. Today's Show and Tell is... something new! I did take some new pictures. Okay, so... this is one of my Christmas presents. There was somebody at work who made a little gift box like this for every member of management. And one for me. Because I'm not management, but I have been working as management for the past 4 months. I've been opening the store, getting shift cover in, delegating jobs. Basically, everything that management is supposed to do, I have been doing because it's Christmas. Yeah, someone says in chat, you might as well be. Yes, effectively. So, this particular person included me with their gifts for management. What was in that box? Oh damn, did I take 2 pictures today? I may have done. There was a couple of bottles of Prosecco. I'm going to find something to cook with that. I'm thinking cupcakes or fudge. Prosecco fudge. And your boy on the left is a Christmas pudding made out of chocolate. And it's like a big pile of chocolate in the middle, surrounded by Maltesers, and there's like icing and fondant stuff on top. It is really, really, really well made, and very thoughtful, and I'm genuinely happy and grateful to this person for having made this, and counted me as part of the management team that she made stuff for. So, that is today's Show and Tell. It's a twofer. Is this box... and then the contents of that box. I hope everyone's really, really loving it. I know that I am. Like, I'm... Another prediction has started in chat. Okay, no, that's the prediction details that we've just done. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the game now. Here we go. Oh, look at that! I made it back to the lab that I was in the meantime. Who would have known? Necromancer. Yes, I work in retail, and I work for a chain. I work in a clothing store, specifically. And there's actually a lot goes on behind the scenes. That was you ending the prediction. Okay. I found a DNA sample. Clean up after yourselves, lab techs, please. Don't know that I want that. Run a green laser over it. Let's find out what it is. Zoom, enhance. Nice. Ooh, I see that up there. How do I get that? Is this going to be Silphco all over again? Probably. But yeah, no, there is a surprising amount that goes on in, like, behind the scenes of this retail job. One fine day, we had 8 people call out. Do you know how many people were on shift that day? 8 people! That was not a fun shift. Like, hey, can anybody do shift cover right now? Because that'd be grand. I'm just going to have to close areas of the store. But you know what? We did it. And that is... A, that's great. B, that shows how resilient and adaptable you have to be as a manager, and how resilient and adaptable your team has to be. Like, it can't just be on you to fix everything. Oh, hire the first 5 customers! Arden Slacker, that's amazing! Because genuinely, I turned to the cleaners, and I'm like, guys, can we, like, train you on the fitting rooms real quick? Or, like, flow? Because, my god. Yeah, there you go, do that. Oh, amazing! I can go and free up Entei! Hey guys, if you want to leave feedback on your visit, go to the website on the back of the receipt. And if you want to leave yourself some nice feedback, we can certainly arrange that. Give yourself some nice brownie points and a piece of cake. Oh, if it were that easy. No, man, there has been some absolute nonsense going on with getting staff over Christmas, and it's nobody's fault. It's... If you've ever worked retail, you will know that December specifically, but October through the end of December, is kinda hell. So, having to work around all of that, it's pretty tough. On the other hand, this is also something that I'm going to be bringing up when we do my next review, because, hey, look at this job I did. Look how good I did this job. Give promotion, please. Let's try biting that guy again, see what that does. What is major? That's not a... It's not a chain I am familiar with. Or a store I'm familiar with, anyway. But yeah, no, it gets wild. Maya. Okay, well, now I know. It's a Michigan-based grocery store. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I've not actually worked in a food store, but do you know what I have done? I have worked in a toy store over Christmas, and see, Empirical Woodland's partner also works in toy store, and I can guess what it is like for her, because I've done it. I had to run the tills the year that the Wii came out, and by golly, let me tell you, everyone's coming in, why don't you have the Wii? Because it's Christmas Eve. What did you expect? And then everything was fine for a couple years. There was just the hot toy of the year that we didn't have, but no one really kicked off as much because it wasn't the Wii. And then Wii Fit came out. And we had to do that all over again. Why don't you have Wii Fit? Because I bought Wii Fit, and we only got shipped 2 units. That should be fine. That should be fine. But, I mean, this is the way that it always goes with the hot toy of the moment. I am told. If you... Oh, what was it? One of the long-standing members of staff told me that when she like has flashbacks to busy Christmases, for her it's the Ghostbusters car. Whatever year it was that the Ecto-1 toy came out as a tie-in to the movie, you couldn't get it, and people were going berserk trying to get it, and that's the one that gives her the flashbacks. And for me, it is the Wii. And I just got mine from, like, the shop. I went to Game, and I pre-ordered it. And it's this Wii! Actually, the one I'm currently playing on, this is one of my launch day Wiis. I'm surprised it's still going. I was surprised when it went... Another DNA sample in the corner, lads. That's not what we put there. Let's pick you up here. I feel kind of bad that I just have to use these immediately after picking them up. But hey, there you go. Oh, apparently Espeon got knocked out at some point. I missed that. The only time that this Wii has ever given me any degree of trouble was apparently the diary can fill up. Like, you know when you go to the main menu and it gives you a day-by-day, here's what you've played today? Apparently that can fill up. And it pops up a very special message saying, well, we're just gonna format everything. I'm sorry, I'm coming back down because I've just spotted these little tube lads over here. Any, like, I don't know, clone Pokemon going on in there? I'm pretty sure that guy wasn't supposed to let me do that. Hi. What in the name of... How did you two avoid the eyes of our security staff? I avoided the eyes of you, mate. What are you talking about? I just walked right past you. Oh, that's fine. Something that absolutely blew my mind was when somebody pointed out that the nunchuck on the Wii is the central grip on the N64 controller. And I looked at it and I'm like, oh my god, it totally is. They've just added a second button, not a trigger. And yeah, that is absolutely what that is. Right? See, Oh Wales didn't know that. I didn't know that until somebody pointed it out. And I'm like, how have I never seen this before? I'm glad that your mind is blown at this revelation, because... let me tell you, me too. Let's just do that again, actually, because that seemed to work fairly well. That worked exceptionally well. Thank you very much, Espeon. You didn't duck from security, you walked all over them. I walked directly past them, and nobody paid any attention. Do whatever you want. It's too late now. We're finished with our research. What you're doing is futile. Let's swap you guys around. Get some more levels on Feraligatr. Actually, no, that's a bad idea. Because if any of you guys are going to be... That was the summary button again. If any of you guys are going to be sending out electric Pokemon, which is what we've been seeing a lot of, for alligators, not really one that you want to put out there. Although I do want to heal up Entei. There we go. Yeah, the N64 controller was a weird one. Don't you have 3 hands for gaming? What? What are outsiders doing here? Why is security doing their job? And then they get to the GameCube controller, which I would contest is one of the best controllers just ever. So, it's weird how we go from one extreme to the next. Oh, with that little pause, I thought we were going to get told there's a shadow Pokemon on the field. We may yet, actually, because there's, this guy's still got 1 left. Electrode can't learn Rain Dance, can it? I'm gonna look this up. Right, hang on. Don't worry about it. The game's playing itself for now. We're good. Good to go. Right. Gen 3 decks. Well, would you look at that? Electrode can learn TM18 Rain Dance. I thought that was an illegal maneuver. Apparently, I was wrong. The core idea is sound, actually. One grip is perfect for using D-pad, and one is using the stick. They're not legitimately controls out there. Worst grip. I will agree with you, it is a very bizarre positioning, controller-wise. Oh, this is going to hit, because it's raining. That's why Electrode can do that. Should have brought Quagsire. I mean, to be fair, if you want to look at worse controllers than the N64, I turn to the Virtual Boy, also from Nintendo, because that is kind of like the skeleton of a GameCube controller, and it's not great, it just physically feels really clunky. But again, that console was Nintendo testing out some stuff way before its time, because when the 3DS came out, people were like, well, we still don't want 3D in our games, actually, but it's a lot better this way, and not just gluing the monitor to our face. And I know that I've mentioned this before, but I think it's pretty cool how Nintendo will do that. You can see them kinda innovate in one generation and then refine it later. And the example I've gone to is the Wii U, because the Wii U tablet is this cool little handheld device that you can play it on the TV or in your hands. Wow! And it wasn't great. But then they refined it and made it the Switch, which is way better in effectively every way. I think that's kind of clever. Is this rain dance nearly over? VR is essentially gluing a monitor to your face. However, VR tends to run in color, whereas the Virtual Boy was red. Just red. Red and black. And it was also like proto 3D, and a lot of users reported, and to this day report, colossal migraines while using it, because it's not great. Which is a shame, because the Virtual Boy, it's got some pretty okay games on it, actually. There's a Wario Land game on it that's pretty good. There is... A friend of mine showed me there's a Shadow over Innsmouth game. If that's your thing. It's, first-person dungeon crawler. Let's pick up you. And... you. There you go. Well, maybe you do want to immerse yourself in the world of Red. There is nothing wrong with that. Get out of here, Ampharos can learn Rain Dance. Ampharos. Gen 3 decks. Don't mind me just looking this up on stream. Ampharos can also learn TM18 Rain Dance. This is a pretty solid dual combo, actually, because during Rain Dance, Thunder will always hit, so literally set him up, knock him down. I haven't really used VR to any significant degree. The only time I've ever really used it was like in the 90s when it first became like a thing that people were doing, and it was just a case of you've got a glove and you can move your hand around the room and pick stuff up in the room. Oh my god, it's like you're in the movies. And that was really clunky and weird. Like, we can't get one-to-one movement now. Imagine how it was 20-some years ago. and I had an onion on my belt, as was the style at the time. Yeah, no, I'm with you in Protocol Woodland. I'm not overly keen on the idea of VR and its various iterations. I mean, it's very similar to... Again, talking about the Virtual Boy, the 3DS, I essentially never used it. Or at least not the 3D slider. I played the hell out of the 3DS, because I had an Animal Crossing game on that, and a Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm game. But yeah, I never turned on the 3D, except for, like, there was one Mario game that required it, because you were just dropped into like a yellow grid, and you had to turn on the 3D slider, which would make some of the blocks like move away from you, and otherwise you just had to platform blind. Which is clever, don't get me wrong, forced perspective puzzle, pretty clever. But also... Come on, you gotta force me to use that gimmick? Oh no! I was going to leave, and I was going to heal up, because that... They really did a number on my health. So what I think I'll do is... Do you know what? No, I don't have enough revives. Well, that's why they dropped them off at the front of the building. That's why I said, this is a boss fountain. Well, I guess we're stuck here. Let's keep going. And to be fair, I'm with you. There's nothing... I tell a lie. Beat Saber. I would play Beat Saber if I had VR and the capacity to do so. Hi! I heard the alarm, so I came running. Oh, amateur hour. They didn't throw a red light on this particular box? You're slipping, Pokemon Company. Oh, check it out! Kecleon! That's my favorite Eevee evolution. And then if you take it to Greece, it becomes Pantheon. If you make it a noble gas, it becomes Neon. If you give it money, it becomes Patreon. Ah, he's such a child. But no, there's stuff that I like the look of in VR, but there's nothing that makes me want to go, hey, I have to get that. With the possible exception of Beat Saber. As I say, because I love me some rhythm games. That should be fine? I hope that's fine. Oh, Empirical Woodland, do I have to stop making that joke now? I never thought about that. I was just... Well, that's unfortunate. Charmeleon, there you go. That's another Eevee evolution. Pidgeon. Like if you give it bread. This is not going well. See, my plan was, having fought that one guy, maybe we make a break and we leave the lab and we run away and re-heal. But if he's locked the doors, no, apparently. I'll take Vibrava though. Man, the sooner I get to heal you, the happier I will be. Which I can do, again, as soon as I get to leave the lab. And then do that. Actually, yeah, that'll be fine, because now Taylor has landed, we can just hit it with Surf. Swallow, excuse me. We can just hit it with Surf. Color Change is a wild character ability, and I absolutely love it. But it's open to abuse, I find. Use a fire attack on it, then use a water attack on it, you're set. Everything's fine. Yeah, become the water type now. Now you're a ghost type. A little harsh, but also true. Criddle has redeemed a compliment. Your compliment is... I appreciate very much what you bring out in me. It's very easy for me to just say the first thing that comes to my mind, and it doesn't necessarily make sense. But you go, yeah, actually, I get that. And then we work together and sort of nail down some of the specifics. And I like that. It is always good when I am able to do that with my friends. Lovely. Oh man, I wish I could leave. Just like in general, I wish I could leave. I'll tell you what is somewhat funny, actually, talking about videos of people playing with VR. There is a place in Japan that has like a cat rescue program where you put on the VR goggles and then they send you up in a lift and you have to walk across a platform suspended between two buildings to rescue a cat. And obviously, you just on like a little platform, barely a few feet off the ground, if that, and there's crash mats everywhere. But there's wind machines, and you've got the VR, and your brain plays tricks on you. People just shrink into themselves and crawl along to try and get this cat. And it's really funny to watch as an outsider. I imagine the person actually doing it has to be bloody terrified. Hey, Berkeley Woodland, if we put some drum beats over this, it'd be a good Scott Steiner theme tune. What do you say? Also, is that fellow lying? Can I just leave? Apparently, yes. I have been lied to. Right, so what I'm gonna do, because we're coming up on 3 hours, and that's usually when I will call it. So what we'll do, didn't the RTC also have a drum beat? Like, very faintly in the background, but it was just like your generic 90s Jim Johnson jobber music. I don't know. Also, I believe they do simulate wind conditions with things like just big old wind machine. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over here. And we're going to free up Entei. Be kind of cool if we could get Hitmontop as well. But hey, guess what? I need to put in some more work for that. But at least we got this guy. So I'm going to do this, ready up my team for tomorrow. And then we come back tomorrow. Hell yeah, we're going to learn Stomp. Get out of here. It's actually pretty useful that we've learned Sunny Day, because... Oh, I bet we can exploit Mirror B's AI with some of that. Because if Ludicolo is programmed to set up Rain Dance at the start of each turn, and if that's all it does... Leave it with me. I could be onto something there. I would... Yes, please. Please arrest my Pokemons. And then... we will... What can you do? I mean, I kind of want to keep Entei in my team, because he's super cool. But, like, Fire Blast will miss. It just will. So, we swap you out for Slugma. Frankie is smiling somewhere. And do I have anyone else that I want to bring into my team? Yeah, actually, let's put Beep in my team. Switch you out for Sneasel. And there we go. I don't like that we've got 2 layers of Shadow Pokemon going on there, but you know what? We're just going to have to deal with that, because I am not going to fix it. On stream. Just wait until tomorrow. I'm going to do that as soon as I finish up and do my goodnight screen. There you go. Here's my goodnight screen. Whomst shall we raid today? While we're deciding, I'm gonna do one of them. Look at that. Go join the Discord, everybody. It's a good time. That is the website I'm currently streaming on. Twitch is the name. It's been a minute, so let's go say hello to Timbo. Oh! This game looks gorgeous. He's playing a game called Gunfire Reborn, and it looks great. And Skelly is here as well. Let's go say hello to Skelly. Thank you for stream. Thank you for watching, everybody. I always appreciate every single one of you. Every single time. Please do come back tomorrow for a little bit more of this. We're going to go back into that haunted... Haunted? Good. The link doesn't work! Empirical Woodland, what's going on with my Discord link? Can we invite Necromancer, please? He's a cool guy. Maybe let's do that, and then drop him a message. Because right now, I'm gonna go raid Timbo. See? There's the button. Hum, 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 hum. Copy a link. Okay, there you go. That link should work. Apparently we need to keep updating that. I didn't know. Alright, yeah, let's go raid Timbo. Come back tomorrow for some more of this. And until next time, goodbye!